Today we had the final race of the 2023 Formula One season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which brought a lot of excitement for the fans and a tight competition for the second spot in the Constructors' Championship. This battle extended until the last lap of the race, with Ferrari and Mercedes fighting for that position on every lap, employing some risky strategies in pursuit of the runner-up title. As expected, the fight for the second spot was set to be the major highlight of this final race, as Ferrari and Mercedes arrived in Abu Dhabi separated by only 4 points. This outcome was crucial for both teams since, aside from claiming the title of being the fastest after Red Bull, the winning team would also receive a significantly larger amount of money in their season-ending prize. Right from the start, knowing he needed a certain outcome, Charles Leclerc went after Verstappen in pursuit of the first position, which would virtually secure the runner-up spot for Ferrari. Leclerc attempted to attack the Red Bull driver for several laps, but without success. Shortly after, he had to settle for holding onto the second position, as there were several cars right behind him vying for that spot. Among them were the 2 McLarens and also George Russell, a direct rival in this contest. Speaking of Russell, he had a poor start and ended up losing a position to Lando Norris, putting Ferrari in an advantageous position in the early part of the race. However, gradually, Russell began to recover and managed to overtake the McLarens, moving up to third place. After the pit stops, Mercedes gained an advantage, with Hamilton securing some points and Russell, well ahead, heading for the podium. Looking at the other cars, Sergio Perez was striving for a recovery race and managed to gain several positions, reaching 4th place by the halfway point of the race. Another standout was Yuki Tsunoda, who had a great race and secured crucial points for AlphaTauri. Tsunoda overtook Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and several others, climbing up to 7th place and maintaining that position until the end. The cars from Haas, Williams, and Alfa Romeo were notably absent in this race, consistently at the bottom of the table and far behind the pace of the cars ahead. The Alpines also proved to be quite disappointing in their performance. Returning to the main battle, by lap 47, Leclerc was in 2nd, Russell in 3rd, Sainz in 9th, and Hamilton in 10th, thus resulting in a tied championship. However, on lap 48, Hamilton managed to overtake Sainz, placing Mercedes ahead of Ferrari once again. In the final moments on lap 55, to spice up the competition, Sergio Perez overtook George Russell and claimed the 3rd position in the race. However, he had to serve a 5-second penalty that he received on lap 47 for making contact with Lando Norris's car. Consequently, Checo needed to push hard to maintain this 3rd position. If he managed to build that gap, Ferrari would win by a single point over Mercedes. One of Ferrari's issues was that Carlos Sainz had a very poor strategy, choosing to use 2 hard tires and having to make a late pit stop, effectively giving away his points and ending up with no points at all. This added to the chaos in the championship because if he hadn't scored any points, the championship would have been tied. On the penultimate lap, Leclerc even suggested over the radio that he could provide a slipstream to help Perez and even let the Red Bull driver pass him, so that Perez could open up a 5-second gap to Russell, which indeed happened. Leclerc willingly gave away the 2nd position to Perez in a risky strategy by the Ferrari driver, going all in for the runner-up championship position. Unfortunately for him, the strategy didn't pan out as Perez couldn't open up the 5-second gap to Russell, only managing to create a 4-second gap, resulting in Perez losing positions to both Leclerc and Russell. As the sun set on Abu Dhabi's circuit, the engines quietened, drawing the curtain on an intense showdown. Max Verstappen, ever the maestro, clinched victory once more, steering his Red Bull with precision and flair. Charles Leclerc's tactical maneuver for 2nd place kept fans on the edge, while George Russell's podium finish added a touch of surprise to the day's proceedings. As the F1 circus takes a well-deserved break, anticipation brews for its return in March with the Bahrain Grand Prix. So, racing enthusiasts, bask in the memories of this thrilling race and brace yourselves for the roaring revival of Formula One next year. This is the summary of the week. Thanks for watching.